Does your iRacing car currently look like it was sponsored by Minecraft Paint and Poor Decisions? We got good news for that. Kobe's does. We got good news for that, though. Race Wrap Guy can fix that. With real-world NASCAR wrap design experience, Race Wrap Guy creates clean, aggressive, professional custom wraps that actually look like they belong on a Sunday broadcast instead of a back row rookie lobby. And because we like y'all, listeners of the Cool Down Lap podcast get $10 off any iRacing wrap. Just mention the podcast when you order. And if you have a real race car that needs to look fast even when it's sitting still, you'll get $100 off any real race wrap design too. Just mention this Cool Down Lap podcast. The checker flag has flown and the race is over, and we're going to rant about it. My name is RB Turner, and here with me is my co-host. Say your name, Colby.
Colby.
He is Colby Peterson. And we are here with last night's Amp Racing League Cup Series winner. We was at Bristol last night. This is Josh Barr. Brand new face on the podcast. What's going on, Barr?
What's up?
What's up, man?
Oh, it's the Monday night.
Getting your media tour done?
Yeah, get my media tour down. All the rules and regulations I got to do with my contract,
Yeah. Just here so you don't get fined. I get it. That's cool. So you finally get to be here. You've been saying
finally.
You on that podcast. You got
13 weeks.
Yeah.
13 weeks.
Lucky 13.
We was looking at stats last night. I was like, he's gone through season 3, season 4, or season 2, season 1. I was like, I didn't win till after midpoint of the season in any of them. So I'm a slow roller,
Not even in season 1? I thought you had a couple in season 1.
Yeah, I had 4 in season 1. I think that was a little earlier.
Yeah.
I think I could
season 1 don't really count, though, I guess. Season 1 was kind of a weird season. We didn't have any games.
It got me hired.
Took your mid-season season 3 win right onto the championship.
Yeah, I got
arrow blocking son of a bitch.
Yeah, do it works,
you gotta
man.
do.
Yeah, do it works. So let's talk about the race a little bit. How did your race go?
I qualified 4th or 6th, and it was pretty good. Stayed clean till, what was it? I've got stage points. I think I got 3rd, and I remember several times getting loose just from overdriving it because it took me 180 laps to figure it out.
One of those times you got loose kind of started a big mayhem behind you.
Yeah, it did. I was like, do I call that? Like, do I claim that? And they're like, no, you didn't. They can't check up. That's their fault.
Yeah,
you saved the car. You didn't get an X, did you? I was like, no, I didn't get an X. It wasn't my fault. Because I was like, damn, I gotta claim that. I gotta go all the way to the back.
I'm pretty sure the guy that really started the whole thing probably did not see you get loose, so he didn't see.
Yeah, and then there was somebody in the wall.
It was. I was up high. I wasn't all the way in the wall, but I was really high, and then I seen you, and then everybody was checking up in front of me, so I slowed down, and then Mike Daniels was coming around, and he almost doored me, and that's when he spun out and caused that big wreck. So I'm pretty sure he probably didn't see you.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I would go with. So
because
you just see this car slow, and I'm like, woo.
It was fun.
And then I got stage points, and then Aaron was still out front, and I started passing people. I got up to pass Steven, and I was running Aaron down, and the next thing you know, the ass end of the car just came out. Yeah. And I did it like 3 times before. Yeah. And I was like, there's just no way.
It's weird how it did it, because to me, the car felt tight until all of a sudden it wasn't.
It was tight. It was tight 90% through the corner. It was tight. And then as soon as the banking off the exit started to do, because it almost seems like it's got like at Dover, how it almost has like
the hump. Yeah.
Like a channel to it, it seems like. And as soon as your right rear went over that little hump, it, like you said, if you weren't pointed completely straight when you were on the gas right there, you spun out every time. I did it 47 times in practice.
Yeah, I laid down that fast lap, and then after that, I couldn't get the stick. It would either slide up in the corner on entry, or I would spin coming off.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Dang,
you did seem to figure it out, though. I mean, that last run, albeit for cautions and stuff. You were getting there. You were passing people.
Yeah, because I got involved in that. I had to use my fast repair, like 84 or 88, whatever caution that was. It was when me and Metal became one.
Mm.
He was up on his side.
He got welded to Metal.
Yeah, because they wrecked. I slowed down and I like just barely touched them, and then everybody came, and then it was a parking lot, like Signature says. Oh, we got a parking lot. And I was like,
I was in that.
It was a yard sale, that one, where I swear to God, half the field was in that one.
That was bad.
I came by like 3 seconds later, just kind of like along the, like scrubbing the wall along the top, like I had nothing to do with this. Y'all keep that.
When I came off of it, my steering wheel, instead of being like this, was like this. I was like, damn it, I got to use the fast repair.
Yeah. I held on to my fast repair for the longest time, even though I should have used it then. I think something else happened in front of me that I just couldn't stop for it. I don't even remember what it was, but I hit something and I'm like, yeah, my car's done. I hit Mike Daniels. That's what it was, because he was struggling last night. He got loose and he went up and hit the wall, and I just couldn't stop for him. I tried, and I blasted the shit out of him. I really did. And I'm like, now my car is junk. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I caught that on one of the photos.
Yeah, you probably did. But man, last night was rough. I hated it. It's the worst Bristol race ever.
It was early on. We had that caution come out like lap 11. And then the next one come out like 22. And it was like, how many cautions can we get if we average 11 laps? And it was like, we all sitting there doing math. We're all sitting there doing math. We're like, 23, 24.
Oh, we might have a record-breaking night. I haven't even watched the race yet. I haven't had time, but
I watched it immediately. I hung my headset up, went out to the living room, dude. I grabbed the buttons from Val. I was like, let me see this shit. This was ridiculous.
How many cautions
so I hit the rewind button. It was
19, I think.
Because we were talking about it too. Like, is this going to be a record? I'm like, nah, it ain't going to be a record. And they were like, I don't know, it's going to be pretty close.
Talked to Aaron and Steven the last 2 weeks, that we had the podcast, and they're like, I think it'll be fine. I think everybody's, and there we go. And I remember
saying I expected green flag pit stops.
Yeah, you did say that. That is,
I totally did.
That's on YouTube, folks. Published.
I didn't think it was going to be.
I think it's the setup. Because the
setup was atrocious.
It felt like the car. It was unsettling going in,
Yeah.
And then when you're on the gas coming off, it felt like the back end of the car bottomed out.
Yeah,
and then that wheel didn't have any traction. You just went right to the inside wall.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing because it's push, spin. It's like
it was like
it was crazy.
Last week, me and Aaron did a 100-lap race, just practice, and the car felt great. The track conditions were a little bit different. We had I think the less usage. And then I think when we got in the race, it was like a 55% usage at the start of the race. So it was already slick.
Yeah, it was most unfortunate. We've had a lot of weird things since this update. I don't know if I like this last update or not.
The update has been weird. I mean, the biggest takeaway, though, is at least Chevys can still win races in iRacing because apparently they can't on Sunday.
Whoa, that's because of the conspiracy theory going on,
Yeah, they got
settlement money. Settlement money.
Oh, but
no, you were figuring it out, and then you got a humongous helping hand from some douchebag. I can't remember what his name was.
Yeah, when that Hallmark moment happened.
My God. Y'all, I had a little bit of damage, and I was like, you know what? If I can just get out and run a couple laps, there will be another caution. I won't lose.
Go back and look at the photo. Your car looked clean.
Yeah.
Before.
Well, and it wasn't spinning, I didn't still have like 9 minutes or 8 minutes of damage. Like I only had, I think maybe a minute, a little over a minute and a half, like 147, 149 in that somewhere. And I had gotten up to 1 lap down, and then that accident happened. So I sat there and fixed as many minutes of damage as I could, because I think I was up in the 6 or 7 minute range. And I looked down, I'm like, I'm at 2 minutes, and I was like, should I not? Like, how many laps do I really want to lose here? Yeah. And I was like, you know what, the hell with it. So I got off pit road, and coming off pit road, everything felt fine. My steering wheel was straight. Everything was good. And I hit fourth, because the way I was running, like coming off of pits and stuff like that, or even on the restarts, like I would run fourth all the way through 1 and 2, and then I'd click fifth going down, and then I'd stay in fifth gear and just try to brake and rotate the car. Anyway, so I was doing that. Like I didn't change anything. I did not change a thing. And I went down into that corner and I tapped the brakes, and my right rear was like, "Yeah, see you, bye. Have a good one." And I told Steven, because I obviously I immediately was in Steven's DMs like, "Brother, I am so sorry. Like I hate that I did that. I have done a pretty good job, or at least I feel like I have, of not being that guy. Like nobody expects Colby to be the guy to wreck the field 5 laps down, right?" So I told him I don't know, it didn't make sense to me, but I told him, I was like, "I saw y'all in my rear view when I was going into the corner and the slide started, and so what I was trying to do was pedal it down to the apron."
Yeah.
And it just hung there. And then by the time I finally got it to bite and go to the apron, Steven was already right there.
The crazy thing is about that is we just came off a caution, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Davis had fresh tires and he was behind me, and I was on those old tires.
Davis hit the shit out of me. I'm like a public apology tour today. Really, I poured a really tall one today. Like, guys, I'm sorry.
Well, literally coming into that corner, I go, "Davis, you're faster than me. Go get Steven. You got it. Go get Steven." And I let him go. Coming off that corner, I let him go. And then coming into the corner. Is that why you were
running the high side?
Yeah. And then, so this little yellow car just goes bloop, 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 bloop. And then Steven, you clipped him just at the right end of his rear of his car, and
he drove straight into the outside wall.
And then Davis hit you, and I'm swowed up like the best I could do. And me and Davis get together, and then I hit the wall. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And then I get plowed in the rear. I think Darling hit me, and then Aaron hit them. It was just
so you couldn't stop though.
No, it didn't stop.
The brakes were not working.
Well, and that was, I feel like, probably 3/4 of the cautions were literally that, because one guy would lose it and nobody could slow. Because if you got on the brakes, I mean, we're talking 3 or 4 pounds too much. It was a 4-wheel lockup, and away you went somewhere that you didn't plan on going. It didn't matter what you were doing with the steering wheel. Like it. Well,
there was several times that if I was on the inside of somebody, if I didn't brake like early, then I had to really stomp on. I was driving up the track, and there was a bunch of times I almost ran over somebody just because of that.
Hard to hold the line.
So, yeah, I don't know. The bottom sucked because of that. The top had no grip. It just, last night sucked.
And I think that goes back to kind of like what we talked about after Nashville, is like we had so many cautions that we were picking all the rubber up on the top line, and we just couldn't stay green long enough, and the track.
We could not get a green flag run until after I got my drive-through penalty, and I was screwed for the rest of the race. I mean, if I would have went into the pits and a caution would have came out, that would have been perfect, because I wouldn't have went a lap down. Instead, I went 2 laps down.
Well, that's what we were debating. Like after that crash, I was like, he came up. He was like, "You got minor wheel damage." I was like, and Jordan was already out of the race from incident points from, I think, that one or the one after, and he was looking at our cars. He's like, "You don't look too bad. I mean, the front end's messed up," and but he didn't see him. He made it seem like the car was good, so we stayed out. And then we had that little 15-lap run, and Aaron was trying to keep up with me, and he kept just falling back just a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, it's tight. I was like, I'm having to brake and lift a lot sooner to get it to rotate.
Yeah, and that was me. And I had damage for a long time, too, before I used my fast repair.
I was going to say, it seemed like you ran the first 150, 175 laps with the same rear end damage and the same nose damage.
I didn't want to use I didn't want to use the fast repair, because I know as soon as I use a fast repair, then I'm going to get destroyed.
Yeah, I remember pulling up behind RV, and the back of his car is just filled with scratches. So I was like, well, he's been in the thick of it.
Let's rant looks like let's eat. Like,
it's that's what it was.
No, despite the cautions and some of the frustration and bonehead bullshit that on me, I'm not calling anybody out with that. That like that what was that, the second to last caution that when I spun out in front of everybody? Like, aside from all that, like, I'm going to be honest. It actually went a lot better for me than I anticipated.
Well, would you
ran
end up 15th or something, 16th?
Once you hit that number,
I know
if
it
our
hits that
limit's
number.
25, if you're at 24, you're good. You go off track for 1X as soon as it hits 25.
It pulls
and it
you
stops
out.
you right there at that lap.
Okay,
so
you do keep those laps though.
Yeah,
because in my brain I hear disqualification. I'm like back of the line.
Yeah, it's not.
Right?
It's
But okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so if other people quit or retire before you,
mm-hmm.
then you'll be fine.
I ended up losing 20 laps, making I was not coming off a pit road again until my car was 100% fixed and I knew exactly what it was going to do. Because I thought about, God's honest truth, I thought about quitting after that. When I spun out in front of her, I was like, that's not me. I'm not that guy. And so I went back out with brand new tires. I mean, I was a second and a half faster than almost everybody, and I just rode behind Steven and RB were wrestling for a while, and I stayed 3 or 4 car lengths behind them, and I was like, this is fun. I'll stay here. This does not hurt my feelings at all. Because I
don't know why we were wrestling. Even it was me and Davis too for a minute. Davis is on the lead lap. He's in 6th place, and I'm driving mad at this because I'm pissed because I'm 2 laps down, and I got fucked. I felt like, and so I'm just mad. So I go around Davis, and Davis is racing the crap out of me. I'm like, dude, let me go, man. I'm gonna put you in the wall. I swear to fucking God. and then I'm like, man, I better back off before I do something stupid because I'm gonna take out the league.
Yeah. I don't remember ranting too much last night.
I was.
Besides getting involved in the crashes.
Yeah.
There was who was it? I was racing against somebody, and it might have been Matt Allen or somebody. Somebody took us 3 wide for no reason because he got a good jump.
Well, it's probably either Matt Allen or Dove.
But one of the two. But one of them dove on the inside of me, and I got somebody to my outside. I'm trying not to door and wreck them, and they just go below me, and I'm like, okay. And then literally the next corner, they wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, pushing a little too hard too soon, I guess.
I guess so.
I've talked about this quite a bit on here. It's not a secret, but when I see the 25 or the 46 in my relative directly behind me, I start keeping a lot closer eye on that time because I know they're going to catch me because I'll admit that Matt and Brad are both faster than I am probably 9 weeks out of 10.
Yeah.
And on the weeks that I'm faster than them and they're still catching me, I'm like, okay. Like it happened at Iowa quite a few times. I was like, Dove's got brand new tires. There's no way that I'm staying in front of him. So there's no reason to drive like Dove drives, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter if you have better tires than Dove. If you're trying to go by him, he makes it absolutely miserable. But
I honestly believe if they could learn to save their tire a little bit, they would run top 5 and even possibly get wins at certain tracks. But they go all out the first 10 laps.
Well, believe it or not,
and then you slowly watch them fade back. A lot of people do it. Hell, I've done it. I did it at Bristol, like the first 50 laps. Like I got up, got back to the front, got loose again because I got the tires too hot. And then a caution came out, and luck of the cautions, just be able to pick people off a little bit. It took till that last stint. I really thought Aaron was going to catch me. And then after him and Pop battled, I thought, well, he's like, Pop's got fresh tires. Go.
Pop was coming too. There was a point where I thought Pop was going to have your ass.
I was like going in, letting off early and letting it rotate the bottom, and then mid-corner, like easy throttle off, and then floor it. And they did the same thing, and just kind of like, because before I was driving it in deep, I was trying to do the Steven method early on. Like I had my brake bias at like 36.
I had mine really low too. I think everybody's trying to. What's Steven doing? Let's do it. And then
whatever
people
Steven's doing,
Steven's podcasts, and they were like, "Got it."
So I really thought Bob was going to catch me, and I think him battling Aaron for second, he just got his stuff too hot running the bottom.
Yeah.
Because if you can't get a good run off the bottom, you're not going to pass the guy on the outside.
That momentum on the top is real. I had it a couple of times. It gives you that sense of Superman. Like when you run the top, somebody would dive bomb you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
somebody
I
would dive bomb you, and you'd be like, oh. And I was probably off the throttle more than most people, And so when I got the car straight to go down the front or the back stretch, I just stand on it and it would stick and go. And all of a sudden you're like, Soof! And
I felt
but
like
then you had to
Superman
lift
when
so
I passed
early.
Steven on the outside. I was like, and I had to stream up and I'm like, signature got bars going around the outside. I'm like, yeah, Superman, let's go.
You should have heard. I don't know if you guys was watching Saturday night, but I got to win a race too.
Yeah,
I heard. I congratulate you on the
B1
stream.
Talladega.
Yeah, but I went back and I watched the stream, and I don't understand it. But I'm watching the last couple of laps on the stream because of the scheduled laps. With 3 laps to go, I was in 22nd place, and I'm just like, well, I'll just get what I can here. And then everybody just kind of wrecked it. But those last couple of laps, as nervous as I was in the race, trying to race it, I was just as much, if not more nervous watching it back, even though I know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. And then the way Jason was calling, he's like, RB Turner wins. Yeah. I loved it.
I thoroughly enjoy Jason's broadcasts when the show is worthy of those moments for him, because he does such a good job getting into it.
Yeah.
And for me, because we can't see him, I feel like he's like hovering over.
Yeah.
He wins!
Yeah, like I feel like he's
He
there,
was
like
probably just as excited. I mean,
he's like there air driving the car, like, come on, yeah, get it,
I think if it would have been like Lemon or Winker or somebody like that, he probably wouldn't have been that enthusiastic.
Oh yeah.
But for a guy like me, can't win every race. But yeah, he probably felt not good for me.
Watching the championship race from last season. And
well, yeah,
I think he lost his voice because he was screaming at
he was.
Barr wins! Barr's your 2020 season 3 champion.
That was a crazy race, man. It was exciting.
Yeah. And then him calling like when I was air blocking Steven, because I was like, I know if Steven got by me, Steven won it. So I was like, he's like, well, I wouldn't call it air blocking. I'd call it strategically taking the air off the front of his car.
Not aero blocking. It's just
strategic
taking it
car.
off. You're removing.
Yeah. No, man. Well, so Barr, what we like to do, and it hasn't happened for weeks now, when we get a new guy, we like the racing's the racing, and everybody can tune in Sunday afternoon and watch Barr, but they don't know who Josh is. Okay? So what I like to ask is, it's basically the same 3 questions for all of the people that we get to interview for the first time. We know your name. How old are you? Where are you from? What do you do for work? And then I try to add a 4th one in of like, when did you start with the iRacing stuff?
Okay, ask away.
So you better ask your question.
Where are you from, Barr?
I'm from, grew up in Eagle Rock, Virginia. I currently reside in Roanoke.
Part of Virginia is that?
I know the answers to all these fucking questions. I could write a biography on your cracker ass.
I drive for UPS.
He's an ups guy.
He's a professional driver. I feel like he shouldn't be allowed in the league anymore. I'm going to take that up with the admins.
I wish he would deliver.
I drive one of these.
Deliver packages as fast as he drives that race car, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because I've been waiting on UPS for weeks and I don't get shit.
I wanted to fist fight UPS on Thursday. I just got a new puppy. I was waiting on this damn car seat thing that goes on your console.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if anybody else watched the news on what was that? Was it Thursday? Thursday night? It was Thursday night or Friday. The entire Midwest, from Minnesota, Wisconsin to the bottom of Oklahoma, had tornadic T-storm activity from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until after 11 p.m.
Holy crap.
And this was one of those storm trackers that I saw a thing on Facebook and I turned the Weather Channel on.
Yeah.
And then I have the balls to be like, severe weather? I need that tomorrow.
Well, God is going to be like, fuck you.
Yeah, for this go round.
Yeah, it's like us coming in wintertime, like when it snows. We had that ice storm. The ice stayed for 2 weeks because it was below freezing every day, so it never had a chance to melt.
Mm-hmm.
This poor woman, I ended up having like 34 boxes for her by the time I got to her house. I think she just sat there and just ordered. It was like, oh, I can't get out, so I'm going to buy this. Can't get out? Well, I'll buy this. And by the time, I literally pulled up to her house and filled her front porch up with Amazon boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, most of our trucks, I don't know how they are up north where Steven lives, because they might be a little bit different, but ours are just 1-wheel drive. So just the passenger right rear. That's the only one that spins. So you get that one loose.
No.
Yeah. And half of our trucks now are natural gas, so you can't even put chains on. So that's the only thing I think they can do if they think is do the ones that the post office gets, those little tiny like little rubber straps that they wrap everywhere. Yep. But I don't think UPS would pay for that. So
no, I can confirm that as far as I know, every UPS box truck that I've ever worked on, and I've worked on about probably 37 to 3,800 box trucks in the course of my career, every single one of them is rear-wheel drive with no locker, right rear only. Now, a majority of the trucks that I've worked on also were out west, and southwest for that matter.
Well, see, they categorize us as we're in the mid-east division, and we get categorized with North Carolina. So whatever type of trucks North Carolina needs is the trucks we get, even though North Carolina rarely gets snow and we get more snow than they do. Now, up in Pennsylvania, like I think of the Steven's truck and stuff like that, they come with a built-in shovel in the back. So when it snows, you get stuck, you can just shovel yourself right out and go on about your merry business.
Just come with a snow shovel installed in the back of their truck. That's fucking great.
Because we got a couple trucks from PA when they shut down a site up there to build a new one. They sent their trucks elsewhere, and we got a couple of them. And it was like, "What the hell is that?" And pulled it out, shovel. I was like, "Okay, why don't we get cool stuff like this? We don't have no shovel." When it snows, they give us those little mats you just put on your tire to get traction and leave. I'm like, what if you got to keep going? You can't stop to go get it.
I was going to say, you throw those out, you get out of what you're in, park in some more shit, go back and get your mats, put them away, think you're done, throw it and drive, push on the gas, and you just, all right, got it.
Yeah, I've learned, I've been doing it for, starting 06. I've been there 20 years. 10 days ago was 20 years. 2014 is when I started driving. Third day on the job, I backed off someone's driveway into snow and it just spun. Third day, I was like, I'm so fired. I called my supervisor at the time. God rest his soul. But he goes, "You got sand?" I go, "Yeah." He said, "Put sand down in front. Pull up on the sand. Put sand behind it. Back onto the sand. Put sand in front, and then just leave." I was like, "Okay." I went back to that house like 3 weeks later, and the kids done turned this 4 bags of play sand into a play area. I mean, I didn't know if you only needed a little bit of sand or a lot. So I just dumped a whole bag under each tire and then another bag in the front.
You got sand.
Yep.
That's about the most Barr thing I think I've ever heard. I don't know what to do, so I'm going to do it all.
So yeah, I definitely...
run out too much and not enough,
Oh, yeah. And then, so since then, I've driven single wheels. Everything now is pretty much dually. The most I've ever picked up, it was an older diesel style truck with only the single wheel rear, and those were great for bumpy roads because I mean you can just 35, 40, you were fine. You could still see. These with the dualies, you're like,
so it's a rough ride. See a chiropractor every 2 weeks.
Yeah. So I had, we got a Medco. They make locks, all those little twisty locks and key locks. And each box, they ship out was probably like 50 pounds. I filled the truck up. There was no suspension. Like it was riding all the way down.
Riding on the bump stops.
Yeah. So you hit the thump, it just went thump, thump. And when I got back, the bumper usually lines up to the grate for people to walk in and out of. Mm-hmm. Like this is the bumper. The rear of my bumper was like way down here because I picked up so much stuff. And the tires, I thought they were going to explode. I was like, so yeah, I've seen, but ever since, especially with snow, if it's covered, I don't go. You'll get it tomorrow.
The pecking order of UPS has always intrigued me. I had a handful of friends that kind of got on with UPS right out of high school, and I'd be like, "Oh, cool, haul ass." I mean, the cops don't even bother looking at the brown trucks. You can go as fast as you want. And they're like, "No, I just work at the center. I just put boxes in trucks at night." And I was like, "Oh, cool. What does that pay?" And the people in Utah, like out of high school back in 2013, 2014, they were making $17 to $20 an hour to load trucks at night. And
a lot more than when I started.
That's good Utah, money right there. That's Utah. 2017, I was making $9 an hour, man.
Right.
I started out at $8.50 for
to
4.5
work
hours.
Nights loading boxes.
Yep, 5 to 9. And then I slowly made friends with like the higher soups. And before I was done, I could sort, unload, load. E-rig train was like the gig to have. Like if I ever leave driving and go back in the building, it's to be E-rig driver. You'll make the like 3 passes, like all the stuff that won't go across the belt, over 70 tires, stuff like that. They come down this little slide. You pick it up and sort it, PD 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 8. And you load it and you just drive around the building, dump it in front of the truck and move on. Easiest gig in the whole building.
Now, if you ever go work for UPS, that's the one you want.
Yeah. It'll take you a little while to get there. Like, cause, I didn't get that till at least 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
The hardest thing to sort when I was sorting would be the books from Levy. They're 50, 60 pounds, and every single box went to like Wisconsin or Michigan, which was a top belt. So you went from here to here, to here to here. By the time you got done with the truck, your arms felt like noodles.
Yeah, I bet.
Was because then we'd always have competition because you got a truck every night. So we were like, all right, let's see who can unload it. We'll holler at the unloader, come on, hero, put them back to back. You can't do it. Pick it up, and we're like sitting there, oh, shit, he's putting them back to back. And then if they ever needed help in the unload and one of us got to go over there, that was our job. My goal was to destroy you. So I'm putting everything out as fast as I can, label up. And if you tell me to hold up, I win. It's kind of like a little game.
My first experiences with UPS were going out there as a service tech. They'd call it all hours of the night, because the Utah loadout, and I don't know if this is a standard across the country or whatever, but Utah loadout was 9 a.m. That's when all the trucks left the facility.
Yep, same.
And so we would get calls, and depending on what time of year it was, during the middle of the summer, it wasn't too bad. But from like October to December, peak season is what the regional out there called it. They would start calling you at about 9:45 when a bulk of the trucks were back in the yard. And by the time you accepted the first service call and loaded your truck up, you had answered the phone 6 more times and kept putting tires in the back of the truck. And then you'd drive out there, you'd have to find all these things because some of them were inside, some of them were parked on the line, because they would shuffle trucks in and out all over the place. And I had nights when I was a service tech where I was going out there at about 10:30, and I'd watch the first driver show up at 8 a.m. just all night long switching tires. And
so you actually did it?
Yeah.
Huh. At our center, I don't know if they've changed it or maybe our locale has a different like union contract for them, but all the mechanics do it.
Well, so when I was doing it, they didn't have a mechanic.
Makes sense.
So
it was probably like a little tiny hub.
It started that way, yes.
Okay, it's probably like the same. That's probably the same thing that happens out in Dublin.
Yeah,
from here. It's a real small, like it's only they don't even
maybe
sort.
6 or 8 doors, 6 or 8 doors, maybe. Yeah.
They don't even sort packages. Like everything that comes in gets thrown into one truck and comes to Roanoke to get sorted. They don't touch anything.
So a lot of it was that way in the beginning, in like 2015 when I started running a service truck. A lot of it was that way out in Utah. But by the time, and here's where it really switched, is by the time I was I made the transfer from a service tech to, when I made the transition to outside sales, that was when they were like, all right, man, UPS is your account. And I was like, okay, like it can't be that hard. I mean, I know those trucks better than anybody here anyway. And so when I started selling out there, they had a spare rack and they had 2 mechanics. They had a day mechanic and a night mechanic. The day mechanic was blatantly hired because he knew more about how to actually fix vehicles. The night mechanic was a fucking moron that had a hard enough time taking lug nuts off. Like, and they actually, when they built the new UPS facility out south of town that I was dealing with, because when I was changing tires for them, they were up in the old industrial area, and it was similar to what you were saying. It was a 10-door facility. I mean, they did all the normal stuff. They were sorting and doing a lot of that stuff. But by the time I got up there to do tires and stuff like that in the new facility, they had 32 doors. Like it's a pretty good sized facility. I mean, it's not going to be a Roanoke.
In the kitchen. It has filled the mixer bowl all the way to the top of water.
All right. Yeah, that was a mixer bowl full of water.
Yeah.
Leave them out of your sight for 2 seconds.
Hey.
They start building a pool in the kitchen.
That's how it goes.
Fuck you, Dad. I'm going swimming.
He had his Hot Wheels. He was like, they're just swimming, Pop. He was driving them off into the and they were falling into it.
Splashing water everywhere.
Yeah. Same stuff I did as a kid, so I can't. We used to take, before they had Tide Pods and all that stuff they got now, it was just the powder detergent you threw in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, me and my brothers, we'd get the scoop out, dump it on top of the washer or dryer, and build racetracks. Drive our
The
Hot
laundry
Wheels.
day.
So, you name it as a kid, I probably did it. So
At least you
surprised
weren't
my
eating the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Surprised my mom, yeah, she ain't full gray from the stress that we did.
Shout out Mama Barr. Bless her heart. Holy shit, I can only imagine.
There was our bedroom was the attic. Me and my brother were wrestling one day, and I picked him up, put him through the wall, and we realized, like, oh shit,
Broke right
now
through it.
Broke right through it, and there's this big hole. I was like, oh crap, I'm so screwed. Got a car poster, put over it, forgot about it. It was probably like 5-6 years ago. We were upstairs cleaning or help her move stuff around. And she goes, well, we don't need this poster anymore. I was like, you're not going to believe what happened, but we didn't do it. It's like 20 years later, we didn't do it. So,
see, I tried that shit, but my mom always knew. Like, my mom always knew. There was that didn't happen at my house.
Albert did it at our house. If nobody took up, Albert did it.
I lived in a basement, and I had a buddy over, and he was messing with me. He was trying to, like get my nipple or something. It was like, bam.
Purple nipple.
Yeah. And I'm like, fucking quit, dude. And then finally I just got pissed off, and I grabbed him, and I threw him up against the wall, and broke the whole wall. And I'm like, this ain't good. And I did the same thing. Poster over it. But I had another hole in the wall because I got mad one day and I just punched it, and I had a picture that I put over it, and there was another room in the back that my dad walked through one time, and he looked and he noticed. He says, it's like 6 months after I did it, and he comes into my room, and I'm just sitting there, and he lifts up this picture and he's pissed. He's like, when did this happen? And I'm like, well, since we're on that one, you look at this one. I might as well get it over with in one shot. I mean, he was mad.
God, we probably as kids, we probably knocked out, I don't know, 4 or 5 windows playing soccer. And one of them got shot out with a BB gun.
I did that.
Well, we used to do, we had in front of the house, we dug a hole, and we each got like 50 army men. And you put it on one side of the hole, and you put your other guy sat there, walk 10 paces back each way, sat there and shot. Whoever had the last armament up won, Well, hit a
While
rock.
you're shooting BB guns at each other.
No. We would take turns, shoot 10 shots. I only had one BB gun. We'd take turns, you shoot 10, I shoot 10. Well, one hit a rock and ricocheted right into the glass. They just went. So.
I remember
I shot a window out with a BB gun. That was not a good day for you, boy.
We had airsoft, and then we had a couple of them. It was me and my cousin, and we decided we were going to shoot each other. So we was out, and he hid behind. We had this huge rock in our yard, and he was hiding behind that, and I got behind a tree, and he kept poking his head out. Can't get me. Can't get me. Can't get me. And I timed it. I mean, because it was like clockwork. And I'm like, bah! Got him right between the eyes. Because he's like, can't get me. Can't get me. And then I got my ass beat.
Yeah, it sounds like it was either, I think it was Joey, second youngest brother. We had this big hill at the end of the house, and we had Power Wheels, took the motor off, so it just free rolled. And he had a pedal cart, so we would sit there, and if you made it to the bottom in the Power Wheels, you won. These cops and robbers, basically. You came flying by, the guy on the pedal had to pull you over. The only way to pull somebody over is to pit maneuver them.
Mm-hmm.
I pit maneuvered my brother, and he barrel rolled down the hill. It made it all the way to the bottom. Stayed in it. How he stood in it, I have no idea. But just rolled like 5 or 6 times. And when he set back up, sitting there just crying his eyes out. And I was like, you don't tell mom. You do not tell mom. You're okay. If you want to hang out with us again, you will not vertebrae.
You're fine. Walk it off.
She's giving him a bath later, like rubbing his hair, like, how'd you get this knot on your head? Josh said don't say
it wasn't
shit.
Josh.
It wasn't Josh. Josh said don't say shit.
That's like, how'd this happen to you? Then Josh puts his head out. Yeah, how did that happen to you?
At our house, it was wiffle ball. I didn't know that them fucking round balls with holes in them, you know, the classic white wiffle ball that we all played with as a kid. I didn't know you could break a window with one of them motherfuckers. I wasn't thinking about it at all. So I was standing off the deck facing the house, fucking mashing balls into the side of the house. You know, I had siding. It wasn't doing anything to the siding. I was hitting them with a plastic bat. It wasn't like I was, you know, I'm not Aaron Judge here. Like, this isn't
the ball is like
well
an ounce.
Yeah.
It has no weight.
And I hit one and it hit the top left corner of the window.
No, you hit the fragile part.
I hit the shatter spot.
Yep.
And dude, that window came crashing in. My mom was in the window to the left doing dishes, and that window went in, and I looked in the window where I could see my mom doing dishes, and she had her eyes on me. I set the bat down, and I stood exactly where I was for 20 minutes while she finished the dishes, come out and whoop the shit out of me. The window guy was over, and they decided to pull a trick. So my dad used to be a handyman back in the day, and he had a friend that did windows, so he come over and measured it and everything, and he and my dad were putting it in on the following Saturday, and dude was getting ready to leave. His name was Tom. He was getting ready to leave, and he looks at me and he's like, all right, man, that'll be $297.36.
He said that
I'm looking at my dad. My dad's got that face like, pay him. And I'm looking around. I'm like, Dad, can I borrow 200 and some odd dollars? They both bust out. They both bust out laughing. I paid it back. Don't you worry. I mowed the lawn every single week for 8 months to pay off that window. I had a chart. My mom built a spreadsheet chart.
That's a good idea.
Every time I did the lawn, I put a sticker on it, and as soon as that thing was filled out, I paid for the window. And I tell you what,
Barr's getting ideas for his kids.
I tell you what it did. I tell you what it did to me.
We're going to the Colby School of Lessons.
Yeah. I tell you what it did to me. Now I'm 31 years old, and I pay a guy $30 a week to mow my lawn because I had to do it when I was a kid. And now I pay somebody to mow my grass because I fucking hate cutting grass.
I hate it too.
My neighbors are like, they're all retired. Everybody's retired in the cul-de-sac, except for the new people that just moved in next door. They just had a baby. He keeps up with his lawn a little bit better than I do. But of course, I don't get home till dark, till now, you know, when it's daylight. But, you know, you go out there, mine's just a little bit tall. It's not, you know, a jungle. And everybody else is out there cutting their grass at 7 in the morning. I'm like, I gotta go to work. I ain't doing this before work.
Tell you that them folks that just had a baby offer him $20 a week to cut your grass because they need it.
Yeah, they're probably better off me. They both work at the hospital.
Yeah. No, they probably pay somebody to cut it too. Goddamn. But how long you been on iRacing, Barr?
2021, 22. Shortly, gotcha. It was just right before AMP's first season.
Gotcha.
I think.
So that would have been 23.
AMP started in 23 on iRacing anyway.
Let's see where my stats go back to.
Now, was it 23?
I threw it 4.
It was 24, I think.
I've been 4.
It was 24.
The first season was started in
because I lived in the last house I lived in Utah. We moved in December of 23. And I didn't start racing with y'all.
Oh, this only goes back a year. Yeah, probably 21, 22, somewhere around there. Because before that, I was on Assetto Corsa. That's where I met Michael and all them at.
Okay.
I forget what they called it over there. Because I don't think Davis raced with us on that one. But there was a couple of the guys that race with us now, I think, raced that. But a lot of it, I built racetracks in Assetto Corsa.
Gotcha.
Did the whole blender thing. Like I built a couple short tracks, sat there and did all the changing Watkins blend to dirt. That was fun. And you gotta go in there and sit there and mess with the physics. Yeah. I learned how to do all that, and that was pretty fun. But yeah, probably I want to say 21, 22. That's when I started.
Gotcha. I'd also like to show everybody something else that Barr knows how to do, or that designed it anyway. This is my 7-year-old. I would like to reiterate this for the group. This is my 7-year-old.
With Aaron
wearing
Ryan
a T-shirt designed by Mr. Barr, put together by Mr. Aaron Ryan, for my 7-year-old son, who is the world's biggest Aaron Ryan fan. I know we've been over that in previous episodes, but
well, I'm glad it turned out good because I was a little skeptic.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of would like to look into it.
The hardest part was going back and like redoing some of the logos because they get like distorted when you try to upscale it and all kinds
On
of
the
stuff
shirt?
to it. Yeah,
okay.
before this is even before it gets to the shirt.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Like this, just the image itself, and then removing the background. And there was one that looked really, really good. The first one I had it match. I matched the 7 on the car with it was black.
Okay.
And with the white outline. And Aaron was like, I think white looks better. We went back and changed that and fixed that and made that white. But yeah, other than that, it was just trying to figure out like the coolest effect was adding the green like burst to it. I think that like really, because you got a little bit of the burnout in the background and the checkered flag. Because I want it to kind of look like, you see all like the regular cup shirts.
Dude,
what
I'm telling you this right now. I bought an Austin Dillon t-shirt at Las Vegas one year. It looks identical to that shirt.
Yeah, that's
rewind here.
Is this his first time he's seen it?
Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't hear that before.
It wasn't me.
Thank you, Mom.
It wasn't Mom either. Who do you think it was?
Thank you, Aaron Ryan.
This part right here.
Thank you.
That's the most genuine.
He was getting ready like, you're my favorite. And then he saw you. He was like, all right, thank you.
This kind of like, I know it looks like a fucking shit-eating smirk. This and
made his day, basically.
My God, dude.
Well, that was the idea behind it. So when Aaron asked me to help out, I was like, yeah, I can help you.
So at least you could do after breaking his heart.
One time, all right?
Like straight Once. Up. Like if we go back to...
And his dad helped me do it.
Like this is as genuine of an emotion as that kid has shown, honestly, since we moved out here. It's been hard on him. He's got lots of troubles at school and stuff, and fucking goddamn it. This is what this league's about, and it's people doing stuff like this, and I want to make sure that Barr gets his flowers too, and helping put it together. He wore it Sunday. He wore it to school today. So
good. That's the main thing. You got the.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Aaron. I know that Aaron listens to this, whether he's on it or not. But no, man, definitely so cool. I appreciate it. And again, like you can't buy that smile.
Nah.
I've only seen that a handful of times, and you can't buy that smile. So thank you.
No problem.
Anyhow, fucking god damn it, Colby.
He ain't crying. His eyes are burning.
Yeah, I got whiskey in my eye. Damn it. Speaking of, Barr, you're a whiskey guy.
Yes.
That's something we got in common.
You can see there's a bottle of Yellowstone up there. That's empty.
Yeah, that'll happen with them good ones.
So I got a bottle of 10-year single barrel reserve of 10 cup in there sitting beside and I got a 10-year reserve Traveler whiskey sitting with the whiskey diecast. I
think that's kind of when you and I figured out that we had that in common, right? Was after the Traveler stuff last year with the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And I hadn't tried it yet until all that stuff kind of came out, and then I found it at this place called the Liquor Locker here in Emporia. Like, I ran up through it, and I went back for another bottle, and the guy that runs the liquor store, I came in, I said, hey, you got any more of that Traveler? And he goes, I wish I did, man. And I was like, well, who else bought it? He was like, you would be surprised at how many NASCAR fans there are in this town. And I was like, there ain't no way that there's that many. And then he proceeded to remind me that Clint Boyer is from here. And I was like, got it. But no,
Nobody likes Clint Boyer. I like Clint Boyer. He's okay.
I mean, I liked him a lot better as a driver than I do as an announcer.
I agree with that.
He's an awful announcer.
He makes me laugh though sometimes.
Yeah, he's got some quirky moments where it's
does.
Hell yeah, Clint. Hell yeah. Right there with you, pal.
When him and Kevin get into their little banter moments.
Yeah.
You know, because like Clint's never drove the next gen car and Kevin drove it for 2 seasons. And so Clint will be like, oh, you see the way this car's behaving right here? This is what I think. And Kevin's like, shut the fuck up and let me tell him what's actually happening, please.
I like when even this last race and they was trying to feed him barbecue. And Kevin, I don't think Kevin wanted it. You know, he's like, I ain't eating this shit.
We all know that Kevin's a kale salad type of guy.
I thought it was hilarious.
But no, man, dude, these podcasts are so fun when you look up and you're like, fuck me, we've been talking for an hour.
Hell yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what we've even talked about.
You want to see your teammates diecast? This is just a first run. Like I gotta wait for his to come in, like his actual car to come in, and I got to get the right scaling done for it. But
that looks sick.
Yeah.
This side turned out really good. I printed it a little bit longer. Needs to be like a little bit longer. And then the hood's got to be redone just a little bit and cut and wrapped underneath. But this was just like a test print. I don't like the new nose because it's got like those gaps right there for where iRacing doesn't show. There are actual holes in the car. So using the template, I have to, on the next pass, put the old nose on and just kind of spread it. It turned out like the back turned out real good, and his name and the top.
I like that.
Just got to, smooth out some wrinkles, but because this side I printed too short, and you can barely see Seneca Falls. No, it was this side I printed too short.
Yeah.
So we cut off. So I was like, all right. After I did this one, I reprinted it and made it bigger. Got the right size for that side. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Another little
I like that. He mentioned that just before I was coming over here. He was like, "You doing that podcast?" I was like, "Yeah." Tell Barr, hurry up, my shit.
In the mail. It's ordered. It's bought. It's got coming in the mail.
I like that.
The custom diecast stuff's cool, man. And like Zook's done a couple that have turned out pretty good. Was that a Larson mellow yellow you did?
Yeah, that one up there.
Yeah, get that down. I was amped at how this one turned out because like you kind of shared the process.
Yeah, it was fun taking it. Like this one, the decals are way different than printing them yourself. Getting them from like a factory. Regular printer, you can't do this high quality on like a regular printer. I mean, you could probably send off your stuff and get it made, but
I was super pumped with how that turned out. That one looks really good.
It looks good, yeah.
Like
I had a blast making this one.
You could put that on eBay and sell it as legit, and I'd buy it.
I mean, I probably could sell it for like $200. I mean, maybe a little side gig. Start making if you want one, holler. $200.
I mean, you probably legitimately could, really. Yeah. To be honest.
That's what Etsy's for.
I saw. I think the last one that sold on there went for like $220. Somebody had made. Because they didn't produce that car.
Yeah. Well, and I think the biggest question with it really is just like, because like I was trying to get with Zook on doing a couple of my Toyotas that I ran last season. I had a couple of pretty cool looking paint schemes, or at least I thought they were, not bad for just a trading paints guy, right?
Yeah.
But the problem was it was, the brand new, what was it, last year or the year before, the XSE, like the new body style of Toyota came out. And so you couldn't even buy a Nemechek for less than $85.
Yeah. That one I got lucky and got a 2015 Ryan Newman car for like $40 off eBay. And then you get this, it's like, so it depends on, the price of the car you get. And then the airplane paint remover that's used on like airplanes, you got to coat it. That's like $30 a bottle, and put that in there and peel it all off. And the decals were like, because that one is painted the green and then the black, or black then the green, covered the whole car, and then a clear coat over top, and the decals are put. The Wentz car is just, it's water paper, Because I could probably do the same as I did up there, but I don't think I could find that gray. I mean, I could probably get close to that gray and just print out these and lay them on top. Or the other option is just to do a whole blank sheet of this gray and lay it over the car completely and cut it out and then print off these individually, like the little light blue and stuff, and lay those over top like I did that one. That might be the process to go. Only thing that gets difficult with that is you get some of them crazy paints that people have where they got like, 30, 40 different colors. I can't cut out, 20 different little things.
You can't make your Post-it note.
I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be individual little stickers. I'll be there.
I got a pack of Post-its right here. I'll mail it off.
I'll ship them to you.
I never
talk about some texture. That car would have lots of texture.
Yeah, it would.
That was one of my favorite cars because that, to me, that's like one of the, like, you could tell you're a dad because that is like one of the ultimate dad jokes. It just seems like I'm gonna paint my car, I'm gonna put Post-it notes everywhere. I'm even gonna make the sponsors Post-it notes.
Dude, that was fun converting those. I used AI to help me, but the actual car was like just a little block section of Post-it notes. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and line them all up over and over. That one took like an hour and a half, 2 hours to do.
I bet.
That's fucking nuts. Yeah,
I take enough time making the simple paint schemes that I make. I'm like, okay, this is enough.
I have a hard time because, like, you remember that like purple and black Harley car that I ran at the Clash at iRacing Super Speedway? Like, I want that, but I don't know how somebody does that.
The diecast?
Yeah, on a diecast. Like,
I have to look at it. Like,
it was also the old body style and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I've got a ton that would be cool. Like, I think, like even like that.
See, that's a 2022 diecast. Like the year is a 2022. Because the real only thing that's changed on the front, and you're not really going to see it on there because it's not,
it's only a little bit. Like
it's a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you put the decal over top, it doesn't look as bad.
Well,
I'm not either, but
I also took for granted painting those Toyotas because the hood louvers were kind of like that solid louver all the way through.
Yeah.
So you could put a logo on the hood of a Toyota as big as you wanted it to. And aside from just like the kind of like the texture difference of the louvers, like the logo was very readable.
And then the Chevy,
you got those two giant holes in the hood.
Yeah. Well, now they're not as bad. Like you could still put stuff there.
They're smaller.
Yeah,
they're smaller, but depending on what kind of logo you're trying to put on the hood of a car, they're
like
right in the middle of the lettering.
I think I got like one Lap Labs car where like half the L and half the S are missing. Like
it is kind of weird that NASCAR changed the cars, like how that when they moved the numbers up.
Yeah.
And they said they did it for sponsor reasons, but then they did the hood in such a way that you can't read the sponsors.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, then you look at some of Tyler Reddick's cars, and the 45 is all the way up into the front wheel well, and then there's all this negative space, and then
the car he won in. Yeah, the car he won in.
Yeah.
The supply house.
Yeah.
Like, the sponsor probably ain't but 12 by 12. I mean, at best.
Yeah. Dad.
You want to say hi?
Dad.
Look, you want to say hi? You want to be on the internet? Look at it.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Bath. Get ready to go to bed, right?
Hey.
That's a Barr saying. Hey.
Hey.
They can hear you.
Hey.
I want to tell you all the things that my toy Sonic can do. Look, when you push on here, he go like this.
Wow.
And when you get on his other foot, he go like this. Like this.
Big old blast. All right, go get in bed.
That's awesome, buddy.
Love you. Good night.
Good night, Harrison.
So yeah, I forgot what we were talking about.
Diecast.
But that and not all the things that my toy Sonic can do.
All right, go get in bed. You got school tomorrow. Center of attention. Center of attention.
Yeah,
I love it, dude.
Ain't got a shy bone in his body.
Dude, you got that problem too?
What?
You go to the store, you put that little bastard in the cart, Every
It's too big for
single
the cart now.
motherfucker you walk by. Hi.
Yep, hey.
Holy shit.
You see the price? You see that price? 6'7". We were at the racetrack. We were sitting in seat 63 and 65, and I didn't think anything of it. And Harrison's we're watching the race, and then he looks over and he sees it. Dad. I go, what? 6'7". And then he saw there was a race car with 6'7" on it, and he was like 6'7". And then he had to get everybody that we were with's attention. Wouldn't say it till he got everybody was looking at him, and he was like, "Look, 6'7".
Everybody,
I'm glad to know I'm not the only
mean?
parent. I'm glad I'm not the only parent. Like, that's my 4-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant here called 627. Okay. Its address is 627 Commercial Street. Like, the lady that owns it, her name's Ashley, great lady, 627. Well, they got this bartender named Darcy, and Darcy actually works at Creed's school. So she started doing this little handshake with Creed when we go in there for dinner, where, it's side, down low, and then up in heaven, and then they slap 5, and then they do the 6-7 thing. And now they do it at school, they do it at the restaurant, they do it when they see each other at parades and shit. And I'm over here like, what does it mean? The fucked up thing is,
It means nothing.
Nobody can tell you what it means, because it literally means nothing.
Yeah, it was just something said in the song. It was
a song
supposed to
called
be
Doot Doot.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a reference to the dude's height.
Yeah.
The basketball player's height is the original. Like, it was supposed to be because he was 6'7" is the dude's height that he was talking about in the song.
Yeah.
So
that started a
It
whole
took over
thing.
the fucking world.
Yeah, it did.
And my kids still do the shit, and it ain't been cool.
Dad, do 6'7" for speed. Go as fast as 6'7". We're going down the road. I'm like, we're in the residential. I'm like, I can't go that fast. Speed limit's 25, not 67. You could try to send your dad to jail.
You have any idea how fast you were going? 6-7.
To jail. To fucking jail.
Getting yanked out of the car, probably.
Yeah, because that cop's got a kid that won't shut the fuck up and quit saying it either. He's like, I did not fucking clock into work today to hear this bullshit.
What?
Dad, you had to see this.
Okay, I have to see this.
Look.
Yeah. Oh, his hair glows. Hell yeah.
You've had this toy for like a year. All right, now go get in bed. All right, now go get in bed. Good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Night.
I'm gonna get you.
It was.
No, we were talking about die casts, and then we went off the rails there.
Yeah, different nose style.
Yeah.
We just change it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I like the older one. It still covers more area, so it's a little bit better to do.
for sure.
A little cameo drop, huh?
Oh my god.
But
usually it's my kids fucking up the podcast, so I'm glad to see somebody else's kid likes to be involved.
all right, go to bed.
And now we know why Barr
bed.
has gray hair.
Hey,
You might see a few in here somewhere.
you're here pretty soon. It's gonna start falling out.
Oh, he had to mute us so that we didn't hear him use the dad voice.
It wasn't loud. It wasn't loud. But, yeah, if you want to die cast in the future, just hit me up. I don't know, depending on what it costs to get it, and it doesn't cost much for materials. So
Your time's worth something.
yeah, that's the.
I definitely want one at some point. So I will for sure be in contact.
Me too.
I just gotta
Problem
get the
is-
funds together. That's all.
My issue with it mostly is the fact that both of the styles of cars that I've done paint schemes on are all $100 cars still. The new Chevy and the new Toyota. Like, you still can't get that new body.
Yeah, because most of the ones people have, are like the name brand guys. They're the only ones that got a die cast made.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those just control the prices, availability. So like if you could find like I like going after like the
Like, if
Cody
you want to do
Wares
a
and stuff like that.
if you want to do a 164 scale, like, I can send you hundreds. Because every time we go somewhere, Creed's like, Dad, look.
Oh yeah, he's got probably 20 up on his wall on like a little track his grandfather made him, and they're just sitting up there. Every time I go to the track, they're like, all right, pick a few. Like that one that the test car was, I got it down at with Davis down at Rockingham. Paid $30 for it. It was whoever drove the 50
When?
like 2 years ago. It was a 2022 car. He drove the 50.
Was it up to no? It would.
It was
Pastrana drove a Toyota.
I don't remember his name, but I have his autograph downstairs. If I ever get back on the podcast again, I'll have to take you downstairs. I posted pictures in media, but I almost have every UPS paint scheme. I need a Carl Edwards. It's the last one I need.
So when are you going to drive the truck?
I have a UPS truck in Toyota. I'll probably race it in y'all's in the Wednesday night league.
Yeah, Leadfoot.
Go get in bed.
I used to love those Dale Jarrett commercials. We want to race the truck.
We had that truck still makes its rounds. It was sitting in our lot, I think last summer for about 6 weeks. We had it.
Yeah.
And then they had one that was painted up just like it. That was our test truck. They had extra seats in the back so you could ride it. So we would use it when we were learning to drive. We all sat in the back. It had little windows back there and everything. It was kind of cool. You
Took
guys,
out everybody.
Can I share my screen here?
Yeah, you can.
Click share, and then you can either share an application, a window, or an entire screen.
This is Lap Labs, and it will be out. There'll be a free version and then 2 scales. But this is our race last night. This is after a caution. I actually built this track today, not too long ago. You get this from iRacing, and then you go in and add these little things. What was it, lap 80? And with this extra little bit, you can come down here and you can, why ain't it working? Shows you your tire temps, like as you're going through a run. Mm-hmm. And this is what I helped Aaron with. Like last week, we analyzed our 100 lap race we did. And even though he was staying ahead of me, I was catching him. But whenever he got his tires too hot, he ran 3 to 4 tenths slower. And then when he backed it off and waited for the car to rotate, he was at like 37% on the tire. He was actually still running quicker lap times than he was when it were hot. So you can use this as like a little tool to sort of help train.
So does that show everybody or
it just your telemetry? Like if we had like a collective thing on here to where we could do it, like I can add ghost cars to it, and it will be like, this is my best 10 laps, and you can see like the tire temp. This is off a fresh. There they are. So those are my faster laps. This is later on in a run, and you can see how much slower you are. Like it's the older tires. Tires are getting more hot, so you're not being able to carry. And then I think it'll show the crash. Crash was what, 8, like that. This was the caution before, and then we started going, or maybe not. I don't remember what lap you came out of pits.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Is waiting for me to show my ass again?
And then wait for my car just to stop in the middle of nowhere, you know? Like, oh, that's when the wreck happened. But no, you can go back and look at right now we only got a select amount of tracks, but it shows this thing's really cool.
It shows
that's the deal that shows you your tires and your input and stuff like that. You showed me that the other day.
Yeah. And like you see your tire temps, like when they're getting hot. If you keep it under 200 here, you're doing pretty good with that. And then as we get on your brake input and how much you're turning, like a lot of people were probably turning that wheel 90 degrees to get it to turn.
Yeah.
So,
I was.
But yeah, so far, I mean, it helped me with Dover last year, and I've been using it here and there.
You say hi, bark or something, do something cool. No, this is Daytona. This is the new Peterson family puppy.
Nice. Little thing.
Just woke up from his nap. This is the run to the
Mini
litter.
weenie.
Ours is
mini
outside.
weenie.
She's outside currently.
Wow.
Because she's a bull in a china shop. Husky puppy. She's 2 months old now.
Yeah. Even your fastened goods are not safe. But this is the Lap Labs thing that you've been working on?
Yeah, they're working on like they're building the software and everything. Like when you go to let's see, I'll have to change input.
Do you have Pocono built yet?
Nope. That's probably one I got to do. We've been working on road courses right now.
Okay. Is that why the ghost car there on the bottom right looks like an Indy car?
Yeah, probably. It's got different options up there that you can do. Share an individual. There we go. That'll work. Yeah, all this right here is my data from Dover last year.
Cool.
And it shows you when it's up and running, there'll be a free version of it, and you'll get just about everything here. A lot of the helpful stuff is like your body slip. Mm-hmm. Like I'm pretty sure going back and looking at it from Bristol, the back of the car is yawing out, and you're burning up more tires. But Ghost Car Overlay, lap to lap, they've helped me out a lot. I told them I'd give them a little shout out.
fucking cheat codes, bud. Legal cheat
It's
codes.
it's a step up from what Garage 61 has going on. Well, I'm not against.
I'm sure there are a
them.
bunch of nice.
I'm not
sure there are a
against
bunch of
them. It's
nice
just-
people. And there's quite a few. Like, and I don't know if it's just my algorithm. But there seems to be quite a bit of that stuff out now. You know, like they got like that trophy AI. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I don't have trophy.
That's for road courses, though. That's the issue. I think it works with Garage 61, though. Actually,
Gotcha.
but I think they don't have much out there for ovals.
Yeah,
I was actually interested in it for a minute, but it was like all they do is road courses.
Right.
Yeah. So this one we're building like you go into a session and you get the bottom of the track. You got to drive around it like 3 or 4 times. You get the bottom of the track and then you drive the wall, and that gives you that layout. And then everything else is from iracing. It's all in your little. You have a little folder at the end of each race after time you do a session in your documents, it's telemetry folder, and it has everything in there. Your tire temps from the run, how much wear. In the pro version, I think, will have like an active overlay you can throw up. They'll show you a guess at what your tire wear is going to be. And it's all supposed to be built off your data. Like, like other places, it's like average. Like it takes everybody's, makes a collective.
Yeah.
This you're supposed to be able to build off of your driving style. So
that is interesting.
Like you could be really good on long runs, but you don't want to see somebody's tire information or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't want to see like, you might want to see Stevens, but it's kind of hard to compare somebody that drives completely different from you.
Yeah.
But if you can compare yourself to yourself over and over and see what you did differently, like you can see, yeah, this might be on newer tires and then these are later on, but you're not falling off as bad. Or if you got to run, if you rode the outside and egged it, kind of like an egg shape, you got an extra run off the corner.
Yeah.
So just little stuff like
and
that.
It saves everything in there too.
Yep. Everything's in there. Your brakes, how much gas you put, everything's saved after a session.
That's awesome.
And it'll pull right from that folder and you can pop it up and run it.
Now, does it have, does it say anything about, like the weather or the track conditions or anything like that?
Let's see. I think it does.
Make one.
You want more?
Mm-mm.
I'm sure it does somewhere. But yeah, this is like the whole run from last night's race. Start of the race. This is when I first changed tires. This is shortly after passing Steven, getting loose. See the heat spike. Cooled him off. I think a caution came out. Ran a couple laps. Did it again.
Yeah.
Pitted for tires after that caution. And then you could see run, caution, run, caution, run, caution, run. Got ahead of myself. This is lap 105. Got ahead of myself. Did it again like 145. Changed tires. Brand new set. Caution, 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 caution. And then I think this is
I'm
the
waiting
crash. Right
for
here.
the spike when you there. Yep, there it is. Yep, that was me. Pull to Cody Ware. Hey, at least Cody Ware saved us from watching Denny Hamlin win again.
Yeah. Well, he's only won one this year, right?
Yeah.
Yep, right there. There's the crash. Right there.
One is one too many.
Yep, because I just lit Davis by right here. I lit Davis by, and he passed me on the inside. You're right there. Steven's there. And then, boop.
Hell yeah. Love reliving that. Absolutely love it.
I don't know if it will show.
I was so fucking embarrassed, dude. Like, it was awful. Just because, like, I've never done that. Like, I was so mad.
I don't think it's trying to wait to tell if I have, like, I'm going straight. And you can see I had a little bit of wheel damage.
Yeah.
Because the wheel was cocked to just a little bit to the left, but it wasn't really noticeable. So that's why I thought I was good. And then
I know when I was riding around with all that damage, I was slower than I thought. I didn't feel like I had a lot of damage.
And then
I
I stayed
was
out.
about a tenth or two slower.
I stayed out because I was like, well, I can't fix this damage. I don't have a fast repair, so I'll just finish where I could finish. And then I held Aaron off, and then we both decided, I was like, oh, they'll probably keep crashing. Farthest back we'll go is 10th. We should probably pit. And then I started to pit, and then Aaron was like, nah. And so we both stayed out. And then it ran green to the end. So a good thing, I was kind of glad it ran to the end. And then that's tire data from the burnout.
That's your burnout. Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got different
I like
stuff you
how it
can
shows
look
the
at.
tire
Like,
heats and stuff. That's pretty cool.
yeah, you could look at your engine, the weather, what you did on a fuel run, tire temps, tire pressures. You can see how much to get optimum pressures. I have no idea what this does. Track position. Oh,
Let's just figure it out right now.
I guess this is like half the field. Oh no, it's your position on the track. Okay.
Yeah, high or low.
Yeah, so you could probably like get really close to the wall, and then that right there could probably help you on turn in. Like I didn't even know this existed. It's supposed to be like, you see some of the guys how they turn in real early, and you're like, well, how do you turn in that early? So this will be out in not too. I think they got a couple more weeks. They got some kinks to work out on a few things.
Maybe Lap Labs. Lap Labs wants to join the podcast, Barr.
I was going to ask like if it was cool if they post this on their site for like proof or whatever, and or not, and then sure I'll ask them, and if they want to do the podcast with you one night and go over it.
I mean, I'd be happy to run the bottom and run the top and help them build tracks. Like that wouldn't hurt my feelings at all.
Yeah, the next cool thing is like when we get them built and get going through, like Watkins Glen starts out just like that, and I went through the other night for about 2 hours clicking and adding the guardrail and the colors. So you can be like, you can add stuff.
Gotcha.
This one's got a lot of stuff on it, but you'll pop up a new one. You can see where it built like a curb there. Can't put a curb there because the wall's there coming into the last corner. But
I'm still looking at Daytona. I'm not exactly sure.
Oh, because
there it goes. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it was a little slow. But yeah, it's been a fun thing to be with to help do.
I like it.
That's cool. No, that is cool.
I am impressed.
So that's one thing, because he's like, they got all this stuff for road course racing. Mm-hmm. Milo knew I was like heavy into oval, and I was like, I struggle on the road courses. Last year's race with Aaron at Chicago was pretty cool, but
I was gonna say I was about ready to tell you to go fuck yourself there, just barely.
Well,
you think you struggle with road courses?
The last race at what was it? The Charlotte Roval. When I'm coming up on the last lap, trying to take Barr's top 5 spot or whatever it was, 4th or 5th. And I got him at the last second.
Yeah. going into the last corner, wasn't it? I hit the curb.
You got loose or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Barr gets in the chat and he said, I just got off the phone with my dad. He said, what the fuck do you let Rob B pass?
Oh man, that's awesome.
You're doing good. Why would you leave past you? Yeah, that's gotta be like that's another thing. Like, because my dad will call, like, "You racing tonight?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
My parents ask me that every single night too.
I used to do a different league that was streamed, and then they if somebody runs out of fuel, are you allowed to push them in Leadfoot? Like, or is that disqualification? Is that in the rules? Like, it's coming up Daytona, I don't. But some places do, and some places don't. Like I was just being nice to the guy, so I pushed him to pit road, and the next thing they came over, you're both disqualified for pushing. I was like, it's like my second race. Yeah. I won one a couple weeks ago. I was like, okay, so
was that Sim 500?
Yeah. So I just like, all right, well, I just kind of dropped from that. So
that rule doesn't exist that I know of inside Leadfoot. So I don't care.
I mean, nobody got an advantage. The guy wasn't on that team. I wasn't on any team. I was just being nice because he helped me go from the back to the front. So I was like, all right, well, I'll make sure you get at least pit road. As soon as we got on pit road, before we got pit road.
Was it after the race?
No, it was like 20 laps to go and a caution come out. And I was like, I was just being nice because, he didn't try to like wreck me or, aggressive side. He just stayed right with me the whole time.
And they just
I was just returning the favor. Yeah, for pushing him. Because he ran out of fuel in the back straight away.
Sounds like some Joey Jatina shit. That's what that sounds like.
Those guys are, I don't know.
I'm not going to say
anything.
I will. I'm not in that league. I don't give a fuck. Those people are not on iRacing to have fun. They think they should be NASCAR drivers because that's fucking ridiculous. Like, are we fucking serious?
So I told Dad that Wednesdays he'll have to start watching. What was it? BAC. That's going to be
BAC casting and drafting, I think.
So I'll give somebody else to watch. Another night for Dad to watch.
The broadcast should look really cool, if nothing else, because we got a lot of we're gonna have like a flyby and shit like that. That they put it all in Blender and they animate a lot of stuff, and they've done a lot of stuff for us, and it's gonna look cool. If absolutely nothing else, it will look cool.
Nice.
I don't know what the broadcast is gonna be like, but I know it's gonna look good.
That's like with this like Gen 2 of this plan is for me or an animation people, whatever, to take it into Blender and build it up. Because
I mean, it looks cool. I don't have the kind of patience. The Blender and animation and stuff like that. Man, screw that. I don't have that much patience. I've tried to make little 3D characters and stuff. Nope. Not
this
for me.
This is a screenshot from Blender. It's Meridian Speedway I made for Assetto Corsa.
See, that's cool.
Yeah, you get there's a hack you can do to where you can go to Google Earth and it gives you that 3D view.
Mm-hmm.
You can screenshot that basically, and then the app will take the LiDAR data and everything that's in it and convert it into like a little 3D mesh, and then you just lay the track over it, and then you match the vertices to the bottom to the top and try to get it to where it looks like the road here matches, like you can see a little bit of it breaking through to this surface. Is you want to try to get it as close as possible, and then you just go off the Google Earth image and build the pit road, put trucks in. That's like some type of water tower. So that was fun to do.
You got too much time on your hands, my guy.
Well, that was when the only thing we were doing was Assetto Corsa. I don't know what track this is. I never finished it.
Looks like a little mini Darlington.
This is a render shot from Blender. I never really did too good with like, I can pull stuff like this and lay out colors and pictures and build barricades and stuff, but trying to do that donut tutorial from like 10 years ago, my donut looked like the one that got pulled off. It was definitely not being sold. Little dirt tracks. I did make as soon as they announced the Coliseum, I built the Coliseum. And then, of course, somebody came out with like a really detailed version of it. I was like,
everybody's going to do that.
But yeah, this was like the model that I used the first. After I did the second time, I erased all this and put the track there. So it was like proportionate to how it should have been. But that was something fun to do. It was whatever.
I know the Coliseum was a tough deal for some people, but I really enjoyed it, to be honest with you.
I don't like it in the Cup car.
I don't even remember
I
this.
enjoyed it in the Sunday Fun Day race that we had there.
It was like probably 4 or 5 years ago. They asked ChatGPT to build a racetrack off of all the other racetracks, and this is what it came up with. That. And I rebuilt it. So this is Daytona or this is Talladega, into Martinsville, into Sonoma, up onto I think that's Daytona. This is Talladega, into Indy, and then I couldn't. This is just a flat spot into Atlanta. So it was something fun to do. I had a few people like, "You gonna finish it?" I was like, "No," because the bad thing about Assetto Corsa is like once you get all this in here, and then when you go into it, you got to go back and repaint all these textures.
Yeah.
So you got to reapply. It makes it gray like this, and then you go back in and paint it, and it's like you mess up one, and then you finish it, and you realize it's messed up. You got to go back and do it all over again.
Ugh, yikes.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's because back when I was doing that, that's when I raced. Michael was with us, and then he ran into people from AMP, or they were there and they decided to switch to iRacing because everybody got tired of a set of Corsa's physics. They weren't, you couldn't really bump draft. You couldn't do half the stuff you needed to do.
Right.
So then I just got on here and been doing this and making paint schemes.
Yeah.
I've got one I need to pull up.
Was it you the one that wanted the Lego car? Who did I make a Lego car for? Are you sure? I thought I sent you the TGA.
Oh,
are you still in a Toyota?
Nope.
You want me to remake it for a Chevy?
No, it was funny. Like when I first got Trading Paints Pro, and I feel like maybe it's just me, but like when you get a new toy, like that's all you do is fuck with it for the longest time. Then you get kind of bored, and then it falls off. But when I first got Pro, like it was all I did. And I remember we were in chat one night, and Aaron was like, "Hey, watch you run the rest of this season, and then you change manufacturers. And now you got to paint all your schemes
And
again."
that's what the hell you did.
And I mean, I hate talking about it here, but I mean, why the hell not? I was like, no, I think I'm good. And then even like, I had some stuff last season, and we've tiptoed around that long enough. Like,
I can't wait to run this.
that looks slick.
I like the one that what was it? It was the black and the white one. That one.
Yeah, that looks dope as shit.
That's badass.
That looks really cool.
And then till I get some more made, and then went and give me some shit for just sitting around making paints. Can't wait to run that one.
I got one here to share.
What was it? Little clip from last night. That's when we were merged as one. And then Pop's tire, like how that sucker, he made it to pit road with that being.
Oh my god! Yeah, what in the world happened to him?
RB getting the credit. This is what his car looked like through half the night.
Yeah,
That's what you have as your car. Oh, this one I took this one. You didn't spin him out, but it looks like you spin him out.
Yeah,
on purpose. I was like,
that's when he self spun.
Yeah, he got loose. I think you just barely touch him.
Yeah,
but I was like,
I was
this
on the
angle
brake.
makes it look. I was like, this angle looks like RV just dumps him.
Yeah,
I was surprised at some of the cars that got air last night. Zoot getting up.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's when Zoot came over the radio and said, "Jesus Christ, Dove."
Davis getting some air.
What was the other one? Was it Moquin?
Yeah, Moquin had a good...
the perfect sandwich, as he called it.
This was a pretty cool shot.
Whose car was that out of? Looks like Davis's car.
Matt Allen, maybe?
Matt Allen, maybe Matt Allen.
Was it Matt Allen? Okay.
Yeah, this is one Moquin was talking about.
Yeah. He is like none of his car is touching the ground.
No. That was towards the end, wasn't it?
That's when I got
Come on, get to mine, Barr. We know that you're pouring it on. Get to mine. Get to mine.
You want to see yours?
Yeah, might as well. Yep, there it is. You boy, tires are still moving, and that's what happened. I ruined Steven's race. I ruined Davis's race, and then Barr just up here. He glanced the wall. Had
Oh no, I got tore up from it because me and Davis collided. I don't know how he didn't get damaged there. And then I thought it was Aaron. Aaron thought he drilled me. It was actually Darling here.
Darling
hit me. Then Aaron hit him.
This is the only picture you took where two of my paint schemes are in the same photo. Because I made Mike Daniels' Tennessee scheme.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at this one, like that, the front that's supposed to be the front of the car. So when it said I had wheel damage, I was like, I
love that. Let me share this one, RB, for your ad read. This is my National Wiener Dog Racing Association paint scheme that Mr. Race Rap Guy helped me put together.
Nice.
That is slick. Really? When are you going to run that?
Memorial Day weekend?
Probably.
When's National Wiener Dog Day?
It's National Wiener Dog Day.
I'm going to have to Google that, but...
That looks fire.
Yeah.
Just keep it off the walls.
Yeah, you better not wreck that thing.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that'll be mad at you if you wreck a Wiener Dog car.
Wiener Nation Unite.
Yeah. Really is a cult. It really is. This was the first. He fixed my last name and did a few other things, but I was pretty pumped up about it. So
National Wiener Dog Day is June 21st.
June 21st, huh?
So what race do we have on June 21st?
That's why I'm fixing to click stop sharing and go figure out exactly that. Let's see here. Schedule. June 20th. New Hampshire.
All right.
Nice.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes. He's going to wreck it for sure.
I don't do flat tracks. We all know that. God damn it.
You should send the car to me. I'll drive it.
Yeah.
Maybe by then that'll be out and we can get you some practice. Get you faster.
No, Hampshire's not bad.
No, last season Aaron whooped us.
Well, Aaron whoops us almost everywhere. So. He doesn't count at this point.
I did get a good chuckle when Aaron released the points because I didn't look at him last week. The All-Star win, Laskowski jumped Aaron in points. He is now the number one in the playoff points.
In the
playoff points
in the
because he's
playoff
got
points,
15.
Because he got 15 extra points. Okay.
Like you go back and watch
care.
Steven's YouTube that he does.
Sometimes I do.
How
You
he does
should.
oval like this with a GT wheel. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, because he's
couldn't
got.
tell you.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
hurts my head too. You're not alone.
So I was like,
He's just another kind of.
He's an alien.
You know.
yeah, that and his like.
What did Aaron call him last night? A demon?
He's like, take
Might
care of
be
these
a demon.
demons.
And
like,
Zook's
take care
like,
of
go
these
fuck
demons."
yourself, Aaron. How about you do that your goddamn self?
And then Colby,
I like
our
that.
saint from above, came down and took out the demons.
God damn it, Barr.
That's like, I got you 3 times.
I thought we were
Right.
friends.
We're gonna do a little shorts clip, and I'm gonna have like church music playing.
Yeah, Colby's bright yellow Emporia State University car fucking Tokyo drifting around turn 3 and 4 at
Take out
Bristol.
the demons,
Yeah.
and then Barr gets it. Another win for the AR audio, like they needed.
Yeah,
this morning.
fucking AR audio. My God. Where's the team standings?
And we should, unless we have some like real bad races.
LPA is catching up, man. We're gonna get Brad Dove on the hot streak.
319 points. Holy shit.
Well, it's like I got a
Yeah.
90% top 10. I had one race where I finished 1 lap down. I don't remember which race it was already. I got wrecked or something like that. But other than that, I had like a really good top 5 streak going on. Like I was like 6 or 7 in a row top 5s.
Well, everybody's had a really good year. So even Jordan has done a lot.
Jordan's
better
kicking ass.
than he has.
What did he qualified like 7th or 8th last night.
Yeah, there was points like because usually he's like
He ran
we've got-
6th quite a while.
yeah. Well, we've got him to like with a couple practice and whatnot because he'd be like driving and then he's like this all the way. And he just burned that right front up, and then Davis does the same thing. And so we're trying to like just turn just enough to get the car to turn. Just turn just enough.
That's what I'm trying to get going with Russ, because if you watch Russ, and we was watching the replays last night because he was in town, and I was like, and he showed his camera and Russ is turning like this, and then he went to Laskowski's camera and Laskowski's turning like this, and I said, look, and I rewinded back and I said, look how you're turning the wheel, and he's.
Yeah.
And then when it went to Laskowski, I said, watch how he's turning the wheel. You know?
Yeah.
Look, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the race. Whatever race where it was Texas. I think it was
Yeah.
Texas where
I beat you
just
in Texas.
driving. Yeah, because I was going like this
Yeah.
and the wheel just went
Fuck you.
and went "Choo!"
Yeah.
Oh, that was when your wheel disconnected.
Yeah.
That's right.
It overheated on me.
Just had some bad luck with that wheel, man. I was.
It cost
everybody's
me
like,
a
go
chance
with
at the Gen
Moza.
6.
Everybody's like, go with Moza, and I'm like,
It just
you
got
know?
too hot. Try to do the auto thing for force feedback, but now I'll hit auto and I go up like 10 just so it doesn't get hot.
Go up.
It was just or 10 degrees, 10 newtons less in force or something like that. So if it's at 20, I'll go to 30. So it's still strong force feedback, but it's not as strong. So that little bar only goes like halfway when you're turning instead of going all the way across.
Yeah.
Because when it goes all the way across and it's in the red, that motor in there is heating up.
I have like a desktop fan that's like a foot tall.
That's what my dad told me. He said, go
And
to
I
the
set
store.
that bitch.
They're $20.
Yep.
Buy a fan.
Yep. I have a desktop. So right now I got a dog bed sitting on this. I got a little night table, like coffee table. What do you call these things? An end table? An
Yeah,
end
probably.
table.
Don't you know
yeah.
house etiquette?
House what? House what?
Valerie's sitting right down here behind me, letting the dog finish his dinner. Anyway, so I got this. What is that? A Gree Life. Got it on Amazon. I'll do your dad one better. $13 on Amazon, Bar. And you could deliver it to your own fucking house. I mean, be there in next day air delivery. I mean, but anyway, I aim that sumbitch straight at the wheelbase, which also goes across my computer, so everything stays as cool as possible.
Yeah.
And I got an R5. I ain't had a single problem yet. I do so. Tick, I have decided that some of my biggest issues with Logitech was actually my pedals. Look at this R5. Just look at it. And
Yeah, get the bundle.
so I pulled up the bundle, and I haven't gotten a chance to do this yet, but like huge shout out to Tick, because Tick actually sponsored this wheel and pedal bundle. Like he sent me a couple $100 and he said, "Bud, if you want to get better, like let's get better." And the beginning of last season, the changes were noticeable. I had a couple of really good finishes the beginning of last season, and then I got the pedal combo, and then he got on Amazon again and sent me another few bucks and got me that, like, the brake spring, the upgraded brake spring.
Yeah.
And
see, that's what I'm thinking about doing to mine, because I just have the standard SP pedals.
Mine are the SP Lite.
Yeah, but I think if I put that spring in there to where I can't just go to the floor, like a little bit more resistance, maybe I won't. I think that'll help me on road courses a lot, because I usually
my braking and not road courses as far as the stock car, because I suck at road courses, period. I'm not good. Like, if everybody else was running 5 seconds slower, I would be great.
Creme de la creme.
Yeah, because I focus so hard on apexes that I tend to brake earlier so that I can hit my apex properly. And so I'm braking earlier than a lot of people, and that's generally where I give up time on road courses, because I get a good drive off, but I've slowed down so much going into a corner on a road course that I don't have but dude, I mean huge deal, but I have not had a single problem with my Moza yet.
Yeah, like the first just like if you feel like it's getting too hot to touch, you're getting close to that temperature safety where it auto shuts off, just back your force feedback up a little bit. Like the number, make it a little bit bigger, or if yours is smaller to get less feedback, whichever way, just back it up just like 4 or 5 clicks. You ain't gonna tell the difference, and it'll save it in the long run.
Yeah, and then, like, because I do like what you do, like I'll get in, like when I'm practicing for a race, like I'll get in, do a test session, I'll hit auto, because like a lot of times, like I ran Bristol at like a 14, maybe a 15, which, and I think auto on Bristol is like 12.3 or 12.9 or something like that.
See, mine's weird. I don't know how I did it, but mine's inverted. Usually the smaller the number is, the less feedback that y'all have, right? So as you grow the number, it gets bigger. Mine is, as you go bigger, it's less. So mine's inverted. So Zook's like, well, I can remember talking about it, like, after that, and Zook's like, I'm at like a 10. What are you at? I was like 33. He's like, God, how the hell do you drive it at 33? Because you can't. I was like, I can turn the wheel with one hand at 33. And he's like, yours is inverted. I don't know. I can't help you.
Yeah. So mine's like Zook's, right? So like Bristol's auto, I think, was like a 12 or something along those lines for my stuff. I bumped it up like a 14. So, like, you know, later tonight I'll jump into a test session at Pocono and I'll leave it at 12 and do 2 or 3 laps, and then I'll reset the car and hit auto, and I'll try it with like the auto setting.
Yeah.
And then I'll adjust up or down based on how I feel.
Yeah. I remember Zook saying, I think he does it like 3 times to get it. Mine never changed. Like once it's set to auto.
Yeah, when mine hits auto, and it's funny because, like, I'll set mine for auto to practice a cup race for us, and then I'll get into like an ARCA race on a Wednesday or an Xfinity race on a Saturday, and I'll go to auto for that. And then when I go back to the cup car and reset the auto, it's always within 2 or 3 tenths, maybe, if it changes at all.
We've been playing F1 25 for the longest time. Like I turned and just wasn't doing it in the game. And I finally found out that Moza has a setting just for that game. And then after we messed with my settings for a little bit.
So now you're competitive with Aaron?
No. I can run laps as fast as him. Just about. Like I'll get the fastest lap and then he'll laugh and do his little chuckle. Oh, that's cute. And then and then just slaughter the lap time. I have beat him once.
What a mean thing to do. What a mean thing to do.
That's cute. I didn't know it at first, and then Davis goes, oh, yeah, Bart, that's Aaron's his chime, you know. When you get a fast lap, he goes, oh, that's cute.
You're a horrible person, Aaron. You're a horrible person.
I would forget to change the setting back when we go to iRacing. So you go onto a road course, you turn just a little bit. Because it goes from 900 degrees of rotation to 360, and you're just like a little bit like, poof.
Yeah, no, and a lot of people get into settings and such, and like I did a bit last season I don't know anymore. I just try to drive, but, and I say this a lot where it's like, I'm at the end of the day, I'm really just I can run top 10 on a good day. I plan on a top 15. And if I finish inside the top 20, I'm generally pretty happy with that. So
yeah, I see some Pocono laps in my future this week.
I told
I'm
Valerie,
not bad at. I'm not bad there. I can do. I think last year I got Steven ended up winning. I think last year.
Yeah, Steven won last year. I finished 6th. I don't remember where you finished.
I don't remember where I finished either. I remember the tunnel turn. If you brake at like the light, you don't even have to brake, but lid off at the right time and put your left front tire just over the line to where it hits that curb. It kind of like rocks the car a little bit.
It helps it turn.
It helps it turn, and you can just floor it straight off.
But you don't want to do it too much because you'll spin out.
Yeah, if you get that tire,
you just want to get it just on there and bam.
Yeah, if you can hit it just right the turn and make it, and then same thing for like I don't know, last corner I feel like you can downshift, but sometimes the downshifting hurts you.
Yeah, I
think you can get the run
off.
That, and you can get the run off, but when you go to shift,
yeah,
and the other guy's not shifting, they just
you give a tenth of a second or two.
Yeah, right there.
I think the only place I was shifting, I'm pretty sure, was turn 1.
Yeah, because you got to slow down pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, because you're going like 190 or something, and you slow down to 140 maybe.
Yeah, 140, 150 somewhere.
So now coming out, I'm not even 100% sure I made it back into 5th. Might have just been going into 5th on the front. I can't remember how it went. I think
I'm wondering with the new package how much different, if we'll be faster or slower, because we were a second slower this time at Bristol.
Bristol slow
because
my best lap was a 14.2, and Harry goes, "Yeah, that's wall riding lap." I was like, "No, look at my ghost car." I had to share my screen and everything, and it was the ghosts of doing it legit. And I was like, "When'd you do that?" I was like, "I don't know, different car model."
Yeah,
back when tires didn't
this last
fall
update
off.
Just destroyed it. I think I don't like it. 'Cause, the cars are just too different, and we go to Bristol, and Bristol seemed just stupid to me, almost undrivable.
Yeah, it's like because you usually come on strong towards the end of the race if we're on the long run.
Yeah, and I wasn't. That's
yeah.
I mean, I was at best. I was probably, with everybody wrecking out and everything, I was probably a top 5 car, maybe. I was not a winner car because, I mean, I know that I had a couple little battles with you, and I didn't win any of those battles. I had a couple little battles with, Pop didn't really challenge me much, but I think if Pop would have challenged me more than he did, he probably had a lot.
I think if he got by Aaron faster than what he ended up doing, he wins.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, that fell in my lap. And Aaron goes, no, it didn't. You had to hold me off. And then you had to hold off Pop on fresh tires. Just because Steven got taken out doesn't mean it was given to you. You still had to earn it for 50 laps.
Yeah. What killed me was the Darling thing. And I got my black flag, and I had to. By the time I went all the way around and came out, I was 2 laps down.
See, if we had
no more cautions.
Now, hey, real quick, were people getting penalties when they were dipping onto pit road through the blue line?
They were getting EOLs if they were doing it under caution.
Okay, that makes a little more sense then.
A lot of people were doing it.
I've
seen a lot of people doing it, but they were getting EOLs.
Well, see, I didn't realize that's one of the reasons why I stayed out after the wreck at the lap 202 wreck or whatnot. As soon as I caught, we drive through it, there's a pace car, and it said pit lane's open. I was like, well, I've done this pit road. So I was like, well, I'm stuck out here anyways. I missed pit road. And then Davis was like, no, it's open for 2 laps.
Yeah.
That first initial.
That second time around, it was open.
And then the second time around, it's still open. You can still go down there and not get penalized. Because that bit me in a race
that
earlier
bit probably
this year.
A lot of people.
So, and then we were debating, like I said earlier, like, we'll fall back to 10th. We'll have a few more cautions. But, I mean, it worked out in the end. So I'm glad I stayed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I got done talking to Signature, I was like, oh, you know what? Guess what, Signature? He goes, what's that? I get to be on the podcast now. I've been scratching for 13 weeks to get on this thing.
Yeah.
Man. Well, and the funny thing is like our off weekend, I was like, Barr seems to be free a lot. Like, just hit him up. And Then I messaged Barr, and he never responded. And then
Yeah, I
Signature was
saw
like,
it,
"Sure,
like-
I'll jump on."
Yeah, I saw it like 20 minutes too late. You're like, nah, man, we already got it covered. I was like, shit.
We had faith that you were gonna get here naturally anyway.
Yeah.
Y'all, are y'all doing this for the truck thing too?
No.
I don't think so. It's a lot of work just doing this one.
I bet.
Yeah.
If we do it for another one, then I'd have to have somebody else come in and handle that, because I could be like Took Colby and just sit here and talk. This is a lot of work, man.
It is. I mean, and I say it is. I don't do any of the hard stuff.
And it's not only that, but there's a lot of responsibilities that I done took on in the Leadfoot thing. Like, I'm doing the points, and I had a meeting today.
So you're basically Aaron.
I'm Aaron, and we have this different software though. We're not using SimRace Hub. We're using something else called Extreme Scoring. And the guy that built the software, he's going through everything with me, and it's like scoring, like points, and it has a race control feature, and it has all these other features that can go directly out to the broadcast. And like, you can even upload your paints on there, and you don't have to use trading paints, which is something that I'd like to get everybody to do at some point, but that's going to be a chore and a half. But yeah, it took 4.5 hours this morning to go through all that from 10 a.m. to 2:30. And I'm like, good God. And then I got another meeting with that guy tomorrow morning. And so, I mean, we're not even done yet. And we got our first race on Wednesday. Like, man, I'm busy. So to get this podcast out is it's hard. It's harder than it looks, I promise you.
Oh, yeah, you always do. From all the ones I've watched so far, they're all really nice.
I
can't wait to see what my image looks like. Maybe I'll be like Aaron, old and wrinkly.
He was mad, man.
he pulled it up. He goes,
AI
look at
my
this.
face. I was like, man, I ain't got no time to do shit. He said, I'll pose for you. I'm like, naked? Just kidding. That was funny though. You made me look like I'm 45. And he's like, babe, come here, look at this. Look what RB did. And I'm like, she'd probably like it. She's not gonna like it. I'm like, no, man, girls like older dudes.
No, man, this has been fun, man. Barr, we appreciate your time. I think the second hardest part about this is the time. It's putting it together, doing it at a time that works for people, and so on and so forth. But we really appreciate you jumping on tonight and spending some time with us and wrap this thing up, man.
Yeah, first and foremost, wife and kids, little one, he got a cameo from both of them tonight. One tattletelling on the other, and the other one showing off his toy. And the wife, in the background, I think they're upstairs now trying to go to bed, hustling around, controlling everything in the background when daddy's busy. So for them, let me be able to do this is a huge help. Shout out to Aaron and Davis and Jordan, the whole team. They, if one of us gets in a pickle, we're like, hey, like the whole time at the end of that race, Jordan kept going, Pop's not catching you. Pop's not catching you. Chill. Don't push it. Chill. Just kind of like soft coaching to keep me calm, because 20 laps to go and you're like, shit, caution's gonna come out. You start getting antsy and you get that shake. Same thing happened when I won the championship last year, and Aaron, like 10 to go, he was like, Steven's not catching you. Chill. Having them as teammates has been awesome. Shout out to my dad. He's always watching. I'll send him a link to this. He'll probably get a chuckle out of this.
Excuse our language, Papa Barr. Our fault.
Ain't the worst he's heard. Shout out to the whole league too. You guys for doing this. This is awesome. Like, this is like the first true. I've always talked about doing a podcast, and this is like the first true one I've ever been on. So can't wait to sit back and listen to it again later. Awesome. And shout out to the guys at Lap Labs for what they've helped me with so far this season and whatnot, and see where that goes. Hopefully we'll have something out soon for everybody.
Hope so. I want it, man.
Get everybody faster. That's the goal. Get everybody faster.
Yeah. Except for Aaron and Steven. They're not allowed to use it.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
We get on there and like Steven's brake bias is at like 10. And you're like,
Aaron might not want to hear that. Steven's used to me telling him to go fuck himself, though. Yeah. Tell him that every chance I get.
Well, Pop takes care of that for you. He always
he does.
bashes Aaron.
He
Aaron.
does.
And then he bashes
Fucking
me.
Steven.
Me and Pop are like the rivalry. We're like Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt.
I can see that. Y'all end up around each other a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
There's several times
Then
where I'm
every
like,
now
I
and
don't
then-
want to touch him. I mean, I gave him a bump somewhere, and I was like, he's gonna say something about bumping him. He's gonna say something afterwards. And sure enough, we get in the chat later on after admin meeting's done. He's like, "You Barr," like
That
I
That was
didn't
a
tracks.
do it on
perfect
purpose.
impression. That was a perfect
That
impression. You sound
tracks.
just like him.
That tracks. Fucking
But all
Pop.
in the end, it'll
God
be,
love him,
yeah, he's
man.
for somebody I never met, cool guy to hang out with.
He is a lot
Yeah.
of fun to be around. He is a lot of fun. But no, man, I'll I do this every time somebody thanks somebody, especially their family. I like to coattail off of that. My wife and my kids, they get almost as into this as I do, and it's cost me time. It's cost me things. It's to be this. I mean, clearly it takes more time than I'm giving it because I'm not all that good at all either, but it does. It takes time. It takes practice. It takes the stuff that Barr was showing us with lap labs. Being able to understand what your car is doing, and it definitely gives you another level of respect. Like I've said this, a couple of times. It gives you another respect for what the guys are actually doing on Sundays, trying to understand their cars and the way they're driving and stuff like that. To an extent, but without your family being available to give you that kind of time, none of this is possible, or at least that's the way I feel. Shout out to Black Creek Diesel, Stuff at Burgers, some sponsors on with the league and on with me this year. Shout out to Race Wrap Guy and Ryan Wendt. We appreciate them. The Race Wrap Guy gave us a pretty significant financial investment to keep this going. This is not an easy thing, and RB touched on that earlier. And I say this every week, like I just show up and talk. Like RB sends me the link. RB does all of the hard things that nobody ever sees. He does all of the behind the scenes. He does the cutting, the editing. If something is said that maybe somebody says I probably leave that out, or if something is said that doesn't come through properly or whatever, like he's the one that takes care of all that to make sure that we look and sound good. And I mean, y'all have stared at my face for 13 weeks now. That's not easy to do.
No.
So really appreciate RB and all the hard work he puts into this. And I don't think I've done this enough, but a big shout out to Amp Racing League. And y'all saw it earlier. The people that we have, I think, are what keep us all coming back and giving as much as we give into it, right?
Because you want to beat them. You're like, this is not only your friends but your competition. Friends, more or less. You're like, it's like a big friendly
interesting community.
Yeah,
in community.
It's like brothers.
Like we went over this.
Yeah, we're trying to be mom's
earlier.
favorite.
Yeah, we went over this earlier. Like I obviously my standings don't show it, but I try to beat Aaron every weekend. And
when you get some free time, I'll help you.
There's a kid upstairs that thinks Aaron's the greatest gift since sliced bread and Betty White. You know what I mean? Like
sliced bread and Betty White.
I mean, and how many other leagues, and I can tell you it's exactly zero. How many other leagues, like if I'm racing in another league that's streamed in Creed season number 7, he's like, Dad, is that Aaron? I'm like, no, that ain't Aaron. Somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Then he goes and fucks off somewhere because he doesn't care. But like he gets amped up, loading in on Sunday evenings, and no pun intended. He gets excited. Dad, he'll come in here. Dad, where's Aaron starting? I'm like, on fucking pole again. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. So, no, this is a great league, and it's not just the racing, it's not just the competition, because we've talked about that a ton over the course of the last few weeks. Like, there's good racing from the front to the back. Like even us slow guys in the back, we're racing, we're having fun. Sure, I would much rather it be for 7th than 17th or 20th, or hell, even 27th occasionally. But what do you do? Like it's a good group of people that, and I think we see it every week where somebody will kind of get a surprise finish, and people are out there like, wow, hey man, hell of a finish. Like, congratulations.
We did that for, didn't you get you got a top 10?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Texas? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kept your nose clean, and look what happened.
Imagine if you'd have
Ran
kept
the
your
top
nose
10
clean
at
at Bristol.
Texas.
Imagine if you'd have kept your nose clean at Bristol.
Nobody kept their nose clean, but there
But
was
if
not a
you
single
would have,
zero
man,
X
you would
in
have
that
fucking won
field.
that thing.
Not a single 0X in that field.
Well, you have got like just watching how like 2 seasons ago, it was like avoid Colby.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Avoid Colby. He's
like people
avoid
race
him.
me now, which is fun. Like it,
and now like you've gotten better. Like a lot of the people, like there's still some that need to work on like when to push and when take your time. Like but other than that, everybody's gotten better. Like it's before it wasn't too hard to go from the back to the front. Now it can be a struggle.
you're
People
gonna
don't
race
give
some
up the
folks.
spot. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to race your way.
Yeah.
It's best to start up front and stay there. But if you get shuffled to the back, it's not, you just through the field is 10 times harder than it used to be.
For
so
sure.
that's like awesome.
Yeah. Well, RB, why don't you get us the hell out of here?
You ready for my read?
I sure am. Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck. No pressure.
Don't Cody wear it.
Go. Okay. Does your iRacing car currently look like it's sponsored by a Minecraft paint poor decisions? Good news for that. Race Wrap Guy can fix it with real-world NASCAR wrap design experience. Quit laughing at me. Race Wrap Guy creates clean, aggressive, professional custom wraps that actually look like they belong on a Sunday broadcast instead of the back row of a rookie lobby. And because we like you people, listeners of the Cool Down Lap podcast can get $10 off any iRacing wrap. Just mention the podcast when you order. And if you got a real race car that needs to look fast even when it's sitting still, you'll get $100 off any real race wrap design as well. Same deal, just mention the Cool Down Lap podcast. So stop showing up on the grill looking like a rolling yard sale sign. The Race Wrap Guide make your car look like it actually belongs there. Look at the puppy.
Kind of want to go get my mutt. I gotta go bring her in.
I actually know somebody that would die if they saw Colby right now. They are wiener dog, like that's their life.
Give him my phone number because I need some help. You can't
That's
train
the hard-
these like you can't train these like a black lab or a blue healer.
I owned one for a long time. So.
That's the hardest thing with Coco right now. Like, she can do some tricks, but if she she snuck out through the kitchen door, and the kids left the garage door open.
She gone.
She was gone. Like it was like 20 minutes. Didn't realize she was outside.
That's the nice part about this little guy. If he tries to haul ass, he ain't fast enough to run away from me.
He will be.
He will be, but he
will
ain't
be.
yet.
I promise. You won't be able to catch
just
him.
getting her to like on command, like, "Hey, Coco, here," and she'll stop, and she's like, "I ain't coming to you." I got 2 other huskies. They're a lot older, but the farthest they've ever gone was like 22 miles as the crow flies. Some hikers found them up on the side of the mountain and called the number off their thing, and that's the only way. I was like, oh, I didn't even know they were gone. They dug out under the fence in the middle of the night. Hikers called. It's like, sweet, got my dogs back.
It's awesome.
It was a blast, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
sir. I just want to.
Longest
see y'all
podcast
soon.
today, you Barr.
I'm interesting, I got stuff to talk about.
All right, well, y'all, everybody out there in internet land watching, we thank you, and we hope you continue. We will try to continue to be as entertaining as possible, even though 2 of the people you can guarantee is going to be here every week. But we sometimes do have a new third person, so
Hey, maybe one day one of y'all will win, and then you have to get somebody to come on as a guest host to interview the other.
Hey, that's actually
That's not a bad idea. I don't even think we've thought about that.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
I always just figured I'd have to interview myself. You ever see Michael Waltrip interview himself?
He does that every fucking weekend on the grid walk.
I remember.
He asks questions he knows the answer to.
He was at Columbus Motor Speedway where my dad used to race, and we had 4 NASCAR drivers there, and he was giving the interviews to the NASCAR drivers. And when it got to him, he's like, "Nobody's here to interview me, so I'll just do it myself."
Yeah.
So he started asking himself questions, and then all of a sudden you hear him go, "Now you ask me another question like that, and this interview is over with." Like he pissed himself off. Then they all got
some Waltrip shit.
Yeah, then they all got in the cars and raced for a few laps. It was kind of cool. They were supposed to drive. Kenny Wallace was supposed to drive my dad's car, but for some reason the number on his car was 16, and they got it mixed up. He ended up in the 19 car, which was pretty disappointing. But our car almost got driven by Kenny Wallace. But anyways, appreciate everybody out there watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.